Hey, before I get started, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto my apostles and others, a great millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim that's out here pushing his word in truth, and in all sincerity, Shalom. All right, and Shalom to the sincere sisters that are out there as well. It's gonna be a real quick one. I was watching the video from the elder Baraka Allah out in LA, and he was speaking on these protests and these riots that are occurring in LA, and Jacob's trouble includes all the tribes, man. So Jacob's trouble is not just the so-called southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. The northern kingdom is going to experience their level of trouble in this as well, because they're just being rebellious and stiff-necked at this point, man. But literally in the last seconds of this society, all out hell is about to erupt, and a big portion of our nation is still as simple as they were when they came over here 500-600 years ago, X amount of years ago. Trump's not playing with you, you so-called Mexicans, man, which you are the tribe of Issachar. All right, there's plenty of breakdowns out there showing and breaking down and proving that Issachar is linked to you Mayans, you Aztecs, and you so-called Mexicans. All right, but the same problem, the biggest problem with the Northern Kingdom is just accepting the fact that they are linked with the Negro tribes. It's a real big, it doesn't get spoken on as much, but the Northern Kingdom, the Latin and native tribes are extremely racist towards the Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and a lot of that is going to come to bite them in the ass. When you go on Twitter and you go on or X and you social media and you see these talking points of I don't got anything. You go on these talking points, and you got a lot of Latin tribes are wondering where are the Negro tribes at, or Negro people at, to help them and support them in this situation. And in reality, a lot of people, which they feel is because, hey man, listen, on the West Coast, them Latin people out there, they different than Latin people out here in the South. I'll say that much, man. Southern people, Southern Latinos, and even to a certain extent, East Coast, up North Latinos, they be all right. But that West Coast shit, them niggas out there is bugged the fuck out, man. The prison politics dictates what happens out in the public, and in the prison system, it's by race. And who does the Latin tribes link up with when they're in prison? Whose side do they take over the so-called black people? Is the white people. They have alliances and allegiance to these so-called white people in prisons, and the same thing plays out in public. But see, the only thing that's how like, again, our message is not to you Negro Latinos, and it is to you, but we're looking to the elect amongst these people, our people. The scriptures speak about the Israel of the flesh and the Israel of the spirit. All right? You have a remnant of Issachar, which will be saved. A remnant of all the Northern Kingdom, which will be saved. But a lot of the Northern Kingdom is not going to make it. Again, 2/3 of Israel is not going to make it. The Northern Kingdom makes up the bigger portion of the tribes, man. You got Issachar, Naphtali, Asher. You got Ephraim, Manasseh. You got all these tribes. And what are they doing? Still being rebellious, bugged out. Got more hate for the Negro tribes than you do the so-called white man. All right? This is what it is. And this is the Lord sending them scourges your way. You know, hopefully there's some elect among this that'll see of the Latino tribes, and they'll see like, hey man, you know what, man? It seems like this is getting serious, man. It's looking like it's pressure against us and them, man. We gotta get right. But the Lord already said if the Lord didn't build it, it's gonna fall. Psalms 127. What does that mean? That's going into what is the Lord building? He's building back the ruins of David, the house of David, which is the elect of the 12 tribes. That's it. That's what I said. There's not going to be no unification under any other banner but that. But the Northern Kingdom got a major problem with that. Got a super big time problem with the idea of not only unifying with the Negro tribes, but also coming under, because the head tribe is the tribe of Judah. See you Latinos, you so-called Latin tribes, as you've known today, you've had a problem with this going all the way back to King Solomon and afterwards. That's where the split of Israel comes from. You're mad that the chosen line of the kings comes out of Judah. See, when you look into the history of the tribes, right? When you look into the history of the tribes, there were most of the Southern Kingdom's kings were wicked kings, but you had a few righteous kings. But when you look at the split and you look at all the kings of the Northern Kingdom, none of them were righteous, right? Because they were never set up to be in that position. The head tribe is Judah. The so-called Negro men who gets hate for no fucking reason, but just being from even his own people. Especially, man, some of the most racist experiences, brothers that know me know, some of the most racist experiences I've ever experienced in my life was from so-called Latin tribes. But that's how you know that this is beyond feelings. This isn't about feelings. This is about prophecy. This is about the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is, however you feel about it, you are what you are. All right. The scriptures speak about having an evil eye towards each other and hate. That's just part of it. But at the end of the day, it's just the truth. And our people gonna pay for that shit, man. All right. That evil eye. You so-called Latin tribes, you have more of an evil eye towards the Negro tribes than you do the so-called white man. And all he's been doing is kicking your ass since 1492. You've been getting your ass handed to you since 1492, since Christopher Columbus and all of his goons came over here. You just been whooping ass. You just been getting your ass whooped. And then Christopher Columbus passed the torch to the next devil, and then more ass whooping came your way. You just been getting your ass handed to you all the way to Donald Trump. But you still won't humble down to the fact of, damn, why the fuck is this? No, you still gonna worship your voodoo. You still gonna do your hoodoo, your Santa Maria. You still gonna be in the Jesus Christ. You still gonna do all that bullshit. That's what you're gonna do. It's 2025. And our people, and especially the North, if this whole Israel thing is really of the tents of Judah were the first tribes to rise. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, starting with Judah. The tents of Judah, I think I said. That's just the truth. All right, but what does it say in Isaiah the 11th chapter, I believe, that Judah shall vex Ephraim, and Ephraim shall envy Judah. That's the curses. That's the problem. A lot of this is just straight up and down envy, nasty hate. And the Lord's going to break that shit, man. Jacob's trouble is all the tribes. Judah going to deal with his trouble. Benjamin gonna deal with his trouble. Levi gonna deal with his trouble. Issachar gonna deal with his trouble. Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, all the tribes gonna deal with their trouble in this time. Nobody is excluded. There's no favoritism with the Lord like that. Like Vocab was talking about. There is favoritism, but in this case, all the tribes about to get their ass handed to them. Lord ain't about to look at, well, you know, this tribe. No, all the tribes. If you ain't right, if you not the elect, you about to get your ass handed to you. Uncut, raw, pure, uncut ass whooping is coming to the tribes. Man, woman, child, Ezekiel the 9th chapter. That's what I'm speaking to. Now, Israel does have favoritism because they're not going to be, the scriptures say, Israel shall be saved. The Lord shall still choose Israel. Is that Isaiah the 14th chapter goes into that, you know. So, but I'm speaking to the fact of the ass whooping that's coming to you wicked Israelites, you wicked Negroes, Latino, Native Americans that don't want to get right because it's beyond ignorance. I've been meditating on that today. This is not ignorance. Understand that. Our people are not ignorant to who they are or to what it is or to prophecy. They're not ignorant to it. They're rebellious. Like the scriptures say, this is rebellion. They're saying, man, get the fuck out of here with that. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to, you say don't eat pork, I'ma eat pork. You say don't do this, I'ma do it. You say do that, I'm not gonna do it. This is rebellion, straight up and down. The northern kingdom involved too. Here it is, Gad and Reuben should have it should be whole Native American tribes, whole camps with Native Americans in it. There should be whole camps of you throughout America. You should be the most angry. Gad and Reuben should be the most angry of all the tribes. But where are you? So the Lord gonna shake you up wherever the fuck you are on this planet Earth. Wherever you are in Babylon the Great, wherever fucking bottle you behind in sad boy energy or depression, or wherever the fuck you are, the Lord gonna shake that shit up. Because it's like niggas is playing, man. Here we are so far into this. And you Northern Kingdom, you Latin tribes are still stuck on stupid. You just stuck on simple. You just on simple mode. And that simplicity is going to be the death of a lot of you. Because there's no fucking excuse. That's why scriptures say, Ephraim, let him alone. Just a bunch of simple bird brain thinkers. All this shit going on. This devil is that's why it's easy to fuck over the Northern Kingdom. That's why Issachar getting attacked. You're easy pickings. Esau know who to go at. He can't go at Judah like that at first. He gotta lean into that. He gotta make Judah bite the bullet. He gotta make Judah jump out silly. You niggas is out there, you're easy pickings. You're easy. Because you're simple. Like a brother said, an elder in the camp said one time, and it's true. I've never had a deep conversation with a Mexican. Now, let me say this. I've had deep conversations with Issacharite brothers. That's why an Issacharite brother is a special brother. But I'm talking about in the world, just randomly, just you just around Mexicans. And I've never had a deep conversation with a Mexican. The Lord gonna shake that simple ass fucking spick demon out of you niggas, man. You had the Lord bless that tribe with the ability to read the stars and have the talent to build and the sight to be builders, master builders. But you just down here being simple Hectors and simple Jose's. Lord gonna shake that shit up, man. That's why the Lord is sending a cruel messenger after your ass. You think you just gonna come to Babylon, work your little fucking job? I've been saying that for years too. I'm glad the Lord is grabbing you niggas up, because you're the main reason Babylon is still fucking existing. Everywhere you look, it's a fucking Mexican working somewhere. You cutting all the grass. And I don't even want the fucking jobs. I want the jobs to stop. But you won't stop fucking working. You go in a kitchen somewhere, it's a Mexican in the back. You go somewhere, it's a Mexican woman somewhere. You go somewhere, Mexican everywhere, just working. As your name is led to, he is hired. But goddamn, slow down. Look at the old, like, you niggas is getting paid pennies on the dollar and be everywhere fucking working. You are literally, Issachar is literally the backbone of America. That's why this shit gotta happen. Yeah, we'll work. Okay. The Lord's shaking that shit up. Because if not, you Mexicans would work. You just keep working like you are for the next 50 years. You'll just be simple. So with that, hey, I'm going to close this up. I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, Shalom.